Hey guys, Kasey here with Vacays by Kasey. Today we're going to be talking about Lake Tahoe. Man, it is so hard not to get lost in its beauty. The mountains rising above, the sunlight dancing across the sparkling lake, the mountain air is so crisp and it fills your lungs. It just all feels so magical. Every turn offers a view you want to freeze in time, and every moment a reminder of why this place is so special. But sometimes the most memorable experiences are not just about the sceneries. Sometimes magic happens inside cozy, inviting spaces where laughter is in the air and the aroma of fresh, flavorful food. It greets you the moment you step in the door, especially after a day of exploring mountains, hiking the trails, or even gliding across the lake. Stepping inside a warm dining space is like finding a perfect pause in your adventure. With that being said, here are some of our favorites. The dishes, the drinks, and the bites you absolutely cannot miss when you're visiting Tahoe. These are the moments we came back for. The flavors that make you pause, the experiences that transform a simple meal into a memory that stays with you long after the last bite. First place on the list you're not going to want to skip is Lucky Beaver Bar and Burger. This 24-hour spot serves up some of the best burgers around, made with premium beef, stacked high and cooked to perfection. Between the energy of the bar, the games on the TV, and the late night Tahoe vibe, it's the kind of place that keeps you coming back after hours. We stopped in for dinner and ended up staying longer than planned. Great food, great drinks, and that unmistakable Tahoe buzz that only happens when you mix mountain air with a little neon, of course. Whether you're winding down after visiting the casinos, the slopes, or fueling up before the lake views, Lucky Beaver hits the spot every time. We had the best waitress, the best sliders, dessert, and drinks. This is definitely a place you have to stop in. And the service was great. It was a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend visiting.
Hi everyone from Lake Tahoe. Come and see us at the Lucky Beaver.
Next up, Base Camp Pizza. There's a place in South Tahoe where you roll in with mountain boots, lake breeze still on your skin, and the kind of appetite only a full adventure day can produce. That place is Base Camp Pizza Co., tucked in the heart of Heavenly Village. Inside, the vibe is casual, yet it's spirited. Gourmet pizzas, handcrafted, pastas and salads that speak to freshness, and a full bar pouring craft beers and cocktails, which you definitely want to try. We ate inside, but what struck me was how balanced it was. It was family friendly, kids laughing, pizza shared, lively but welcoming. And for the travel creator side of me, it had that chic vibe. String lights overhead, great craft beer selection, and the village around glowing at dusk. There's a morning in South Lake Tahoe when the sunlight slips through the pines and the air smells of fresh mountain breeze. That morning deserves the perfect start, and I found it at Tahoe Bagel Company. Walking into Tahoe Bagel, you're greeted by the warm scent of bagels, boiled and baked fresh. A nod to East Coast tradition transplanted into this mountain town. The line might be out the door sometimes, but it's worth every minute. One reviewer said, coming from New York, these bagels were awesome. The best I've had in Tahoe. I grabbed one of their everything bagels with sausage and cheese. It was a chewy everything bagel that cracked just right when I bit into it. The contrast of flavors, salty, smoky, and fresh. It felt like a luxury breakfast with the mountain air outside the window. Up next, one of the most iconic stops in the village, Stateline Brewery and Restaurant, a place where local flavor meets destination style. Inside, you'll find house-brewed beers flowing, a whiskey lounge packed with over 500 whiskeys, and a bar that bridges casual and elevated in one shot. The menu? Think American comfort with a twist. Burgers, pizza, pastas, seafood, all served in a space that's as family-friendly as it is date night ready, of course. And when you're here with kids or winding down after a long lake day, the upstairs patio with the fire pit tables and a full bar is a perfect pause between adventure and relaxation. For me, this is the kind of stop that blends the everyday with the extraordinary. Mountain views, local brews, authentic food, and that subtle luxury feel, because luxury isn't always fine china. It's that moment when everything just clicks. Whether you're here for the craft beer, the shared plates, family dinner, or just that perfect Tahoe evening, Stateline Brewery and Restaurant delivers. Here's to the nights you remember. The last time I was in Tahoe, I found this little slice of Latin flavor tucked right into Heavenly Village, Azul Latin Kitchen, and of course, had to come back. You can smell it before you see it. That mix of grilled peppers, citrus, and the mountain air drifting through the crowd, the kind of scent that makes you stop, like mid-walk, and think, okay, I've got to see what that is. The patio was glowing, fire pits, string lights, music in the background, people laughing like they've been friends forever. I ordered one of their fresh squeezed margaritas, and it hit different. Bright, clean, the kind of drink that just belongs in Tahoe. Dinner and appetizers came out colorful and full of flavor. California-style tacos, a little spice, a little soul. Everything fresh and vibrant. And for a moment, time slowed down. The mountains in front of me, the village lights, and that feeling that only happens when you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Azul's isn't just food. It's the Tahoe energy on a plate. The place you wander into for a meal and end up staying for the whole vibe. You know, I just can't describe. And when you're there, you have got to purchase some of their homemade hot sauce. It's the best. You can also dine inside, but we chose to sit outside. It was a pretty day, enjoying the view, but you can dine inside as well. After a long day and long evening of exploring, we stepped inside Becket Tavern in Chateau Village, and immediately the world outside slows down. Warm lighting, wood accents, a cozy, inviting atmosphere set the scene for a perfect Lake Tahoe evening. And then there's Dan, our server for the night, attentive, friendly, and full of great tips, not only from the menu, but for the area. From his recommendations to the little touches, he makes every meal feel effortless and personal. The food inside is comfort elevated, house smoked wings with that perfect char, tri-tip sandwiches piled high, mac and cheese bites, creamy and indulgent, paired with a seasonal cocktail or craft beer. Every bite and sip feels like a moment worth savoring. Inside, the tavern is alive yet intimate, perfect for families, friends, or a cozy night out. It's that balance of warmth and style where you can relax, enjoy, and let the mountain day settle behind you. For me, this place sums up Tahoe. Inside a warm tavern, sharing incredible food, a perfectly crafted drink, and service that feels like home. Thanks, Dan, for making the night unforgettable. These were just a few of our favorite places to eat in Tahoe. Have you been? Where was yours? Always remember, traveling isn't just about being at a 5-star resort. It's about finding things and places that remind you why you love exploring in the first place. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe.